Hi guys, how y'all doing? How's yesterday? What to do, man? We have to make this money, right? Yeah, I couldn't play this because I don't want copyright issues on the thing. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all heard that. I like music a lot, and I like football a lot too. So it's like a balance between both of them on the show. So hi guys, welcome to the Daily Football Prediction Podcast show. My name is Huka, and I will be your humble host on these daily podcasts. Show, bringing you football prediction as put together by the team, for you guys to be able to increase your chances of winning significantly and beating the odds in the long run. So welcome once again, our returning subscribers. Thank you for your faith. Thank you for sticking with us, staying with it, and I believe you guys are enjoying, the show and staying profitable. I guess that's why you're still here, and we're doing everything we can to make that a constant feature, trying to make that as you know frequent as possible. Speaking about frequency, yesterday we had don't mind the smoke, that's because of the insect. Okay, so yesterday we had 16 sporting events we brought for you guys, and from those 16 sporting events we provided, you know 13 of them were successful and 3 of those lost. So shout out to you guys. Yes sir. So shout out if you were able to, make something from that one yesterday. So we don't be wasting a lot of time, but it's inevitable, because like I told them in the Telegram community, you can find that link in the description of this, our bio basically. This is basically like a football prediction school. You guys will have to learn as we go. So because if you they say if you give a man fish, fed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, you have fed him for a lifetime, right? So, all of that talk about my videos being too long and all that kind of stuff, I cannot help you guys because that's the reason why I set up this channel. Like I say always, is to share what we have with you guys. Come back, look at them again, and see how it goes. So that's exactly what we do on the channel. So if your first time of coming across the channel, I believe you heard what I just said. This is exactly what we do on the channel, and these are the kinds of results we get on the channel. And lately, we've been doing good with the big numbers, the value bet, and it's been good, So this is exactly what we do. So welcome everyone. Take 1 second of your time to hit that like button. It is important to do that. It will, for the culture. Basically, that's what it's for. And if you've been here, you've not done that, we're inviting you to subscribe, or it's your first time coming across the channel, we're inviting you to become a part of this community of what we like to call savvy sports traders that we're building on here. I'm trying to load the results. That's what I'm looking at. All right, so we don't waste a lot of time. Okay, so that being said, like I said, we provided 16 yesterday and 3 lost, and we won 13 of those. So definitely, if you were paying attention, you would have gotten something from yesterday's sporting events. That's why it's important to go through the insights as well. It will help you, know which picks to make. So don't just run through and then take the games and go like that. It doesn't work that way here. All right, guys. So there's nothing I could do about it. There's absolutely nothing I could do about it. Okay, just find your way around. If you can do that and still succeed, it's absolutely fine by me. I'd even love that. That you found your way around winning here. Okay, so thank you for sticking with us, returning subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. We're doing everything we can to make this a better journey, basically, as we go on this journey to beating the odds. So hit that like button, subscribe, guys, and turn your notification bells on. Very, very, very important to do that. Everyone do that. Premium subscribers, free subscribers, everyone, turn your notification bells on. It will be important, as we go on this journey to beating the odds. So welcome back, guys. My name is Huka, and I will be your humble host on this daily football prediction podcast show, bringing you football predictions as put together by the team. Yesterday, in the So You Think You Can Pause section, we provided a sporting event for you guys to provide your correct scores about, and that was the game between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. And that one ended in a 0-0 scoreline. Nobody was able to get that one correctly. I don't think anybody in the world saw that one ending in a 0-0, by the way. it is a shocker for everybody. So another shout out has been wasted. Another shout out wasted. Yeah, and another slot still waiting to be filled. We have another sporting event for you guys today to try your hands on, and be able to win a 1 month free premium subscription with us when you get it correctly, the correct score for the event we provide every day. And of course, you get to blow that open, carve it open basically for everyone on the channel to be able to enjoy that for 1 day. That's what you would have done being a superhero. Last time we did that, we won that sleep that day, and they actually saved that day because it was one of the bad days we had. But that person that won that, was able to rescue the day for everyone pretty much. So it's important to try that. I'm just putting this out there so you guys will know. All right. So today we have another sporting event for you guys to try your hands on, and that is a sporting event between um Leeds and Everton, right? This is a sporting event. We want you guys to, give us your correct scores about in the comment section. Let us know what you think the correct score will be in that sporting event. The insights for that will come shortly, just after we've done what we need to do. Okay, so go ahead, guys, and watch the videos, get the insights, and go ahead, to put your correct scores in the comment section. This section of the show, is powered by Mega Paris, so a big shout out to them. So a big shout out to Mega Party, for sponsoring this, segment of the show. So moving on to, today's business without wasting a lot of time, I can't help that. Okay. So we have, uh, I think 15 sporting events. We'll find out eventually. I can't keep the number per se. But then let's look at yesterday as we always try to, do on the show. We try to look at what happened yesterday because we talked about let's get to class basically. We like to learn from our losses. There were 3 losses yesterday, but then again, we can learn from wins as well because that way it'll be a win-win, all around basically on the channel. So guys, let's come with me. Let's head in there and see what happens. So the first sporting event we had yesterday was between Hull City and Oxford. We went with the home win at 1.99. That one was successful. A really really tough game there. They were battling it out right from the get go. That sporting event. So that one ended in a 3-2 scoreline in our favor. We talked about playing it safe on Mega Party. So if you want to register on Mega Party, you can find that link, join, pinned in our, is in our comment, is in our bio, basically. So go there and register. You can get up to 200% on your first deposit when you get that one correctly. All right. When you register with them, sorry. Okay, guys. So register there, and head on back here, get the insights, and get to doing what you need to do. A mega party code will be left at the end of this video. And the essence of doing that is because there's some options we're exploring on Mega Party that we think you will find interesting, basically. So you can load that up and enjoy those. But if you don't want to do that, there's events for you guys, straight way, like we do here, basically from your regular bookies. Okay, so we're trying to keep a balance. But then again, those options there are mostly made to be safe. So like this sporting event we're looking at currently, we went for the Hull City to win. I said it's possible yesterday, and Hull delivered in a dime minute. But then again, the option we went with, on Mega Party was for the home team, the away team, not to score first, and win the game. And if that game ended in the 2-2 scoreline, you guys would have lost on your regular, bookmaker. But on Mega Party, they would have won that. That's what would have happened. So I'm taking the time to explain, how this works, okay? Because that option would have saved the day. So you want to check that out, okay, guys? And check load the codes up and take note of the options we're putting through on Mega Party. And I believe eventually we'll be seeing how it works, how they save the day based on the analysis we do and all of that. So moving on, I'll just go with results moving forward. I don't mean to spend a lot of time. So next sporting event we had was between Brest and Lille, and we said the home team was gonna win or draw in that one yesterday, and it ended in a 3-3 scoreline. Very tough battle right there, but yeah, I think on the other mega party that was the same thing. That was the same option we had there. I think I should load that up so we can look at that concurrently, right? So that was what happened yesterday at 1.62, very decent odd. Next sporting event we had was Besiktas. We talked about Besiktas winning. They won In a dime minute too yesterday, something about dime minute, winnings in these sporting events we've been picking. So yeah, 2-1 was the final score line. Besiktas to win at 1.47 was our peak in both, regular bookmakers and mega pari. Next sporting event we had was between Hibernian, Livingstone and Hibernian. Talked about, Hibernian winning um on here at 1.84 and they won 0-2. Nice win there, convincingly. Or Omega Party, we gave them, the way team to qualify was our pick there to make it safe. And of course, it was very safe. I mean, if you did that, you would have been very relaxing and sipping juice at 2-0 because that came early, right? So that was that. The next sporting event we had was between Kilmarnock and Dundee, and we went for the home team to win and at 1.70, and they did win that one. But something happened yesterday on Mega Party. I think I made a mistake with the selection I made there. It was a cup game, but I chose the Premier League on Mega Party, so that's still pending. If you look at that code, you'll see it by now, or if you played that. Next sporting event we went with was the game between Jagensburg and Cologne. And we said the away side was going to win yesterday at 1.36, and they did win 1-2. Funny thing was the home team scored first. Very, very surprisingly, two late goals, in that one to rescue that win. Two late goals, guys. Very, very interesting sporting event there. Next sporting event we had was between Volendam and AZ Alkmaar. They expected the away side to win at 1.50, but they couldn't win there. They started off losing 1-0 to the home team, equalized 1-2 eventually, but they couldn't hold that win to see it through. So this was one of the sporting events we lost yesterday. Next was the game between PSV and 20 and PSV, and we talked about the away side winning at 1.61, and that was exactly what happened yesterday, that sporting event. So 1.61 was the one, was the price for that. And on Mega Party, we gave them a double chance, either of the teams to win, and that worked too as a safe market option. Next sporting event was between Atletico Bilbao and Sevilla. I know you saw Ajax there, but we didn't put Ajax. It wasn't part of the deal. Sevilla and Atletico Bilbao and Sevilla, we talked about it was the beginning of the season for both teams and wanted to see how that went. As a safe market option, Omega Party went over 1.5 goals to be seen there. But here we thought that Atletico Bilbao was supposed to win, given the insight we had yesterday, and they did come out 3-2 victors at 1.66 yesterday. Luckily for us, the value or value be paid. Okay. And you can see Sevilla was improving. We talked about Sevilla improving yesterday, and you can see they scored 2 goals, so they were on their thing too. But it wasn't just their day yesterday. So watch out for Sevilla, in other fixtures. This is why it's important to review this event, especially now that the season has resumed. Right? If you're still watching this video till this time, congratulations to you. You will learn a lot. It will help you as you go, placing your bets this season. So I encourage you to keep doing that. All right, guys. So next sporting event we had was between Nottingham and Brentford. We went for under 3.5 goals, and by halftime that one was already 3-0. That last goal has spoiled. It came very late at 1.32, that sporting event. So you can see Nottingham. It's not joking. Brentford's not joking either. This Premier League is going to be something, right? This season. Next sporting event was between Konyaspor and Gaziantep. We went for the home team to win at 1.88, and they did win 3-0 convincingly yesterday on Mega Party. We gave, the away team to score first and not to lose the game was the option we placed with that one to be safe at 1.37, and that was good. Of course, everything went well on both sides. Okay, next sporting event we had was between Nekbreda and Fortuna Sittard, and we gave the away side 2 goals handicap, to make that safe because we felt like, the away side had an edge basically to win, but that was not the case. They lost that 2-1, really close one there, so that shows that they did have the edge, but they couldn't see it through in that one, but it was successful. Next was between AJ Oxley and Loriente, and our pick there was home win or draw at 1.40 in that sporting event because of the experience of Loriente in this, League One, and Oxley, sorry, in League One, and Loriente just came through. Talked about that yesterday, and that was why we went with this option. But on the Mega Party, we went with Loriente not to score 2 goals in a row, and that was quite decent at all. I think 1.29, and they couldn't even score yesterday, so that would have been very safe. So talk about safety, that part of Mega Party provides that for us. But generally, I think we're doing well so far, as you can see. Next sporting event rather was between Gensebli Gensebriligi and Antalyaspor. We expected 1.5 goals to be seen in this one yesterday. Uh, but they ended in a 0-1 scoreline late goal at 1.36. That sporting event. Next was between Averca Footballer and Braga. That's here on screen, and we went with Braga to win at 1.68, and they did deliver against his new club yesterday. 0-3 in that sporting event yesterday. Braga was on fire, basically away from home. So yeah, next sporting event was between Sparta Rotterdam and Utrecht. We still gave the away side the 2 goal advantage because we felt like they had the chance yesterday, given the insight provided. Would have gone with a bigger value, giving them an away win or draw. But I wanted to play that one safe by all means, seeing the odds, and I was like, nah, I think we should go with safer way or in this one just to play safe as much as possible. Same thing applies for Mega Party, okay? I mean, won that one yesterday. So those are sporting events we had for you guys yesterday, and how they panned out, guys. Just so fresh off class. We're done with class. So let's move on to the business. For today, we have more sporting events for you guys and safe market options, for you to explore and be able to do what you need to do today. So let's get right into that, business. So we're moving on to another screen. All right. So wait, what do we have here? Okay. So yeah, today's business. Let's get right into that. Right. So the first sporting event we have uh football prediction. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Like the video, subscribe. The first time I'm coming across the channel, you saw how we did it. Something you're interested in, you will have insights here, and value peaks at the same time. And the insights will help you know which events to go with. If you don't know how to create winning sleeps, from the insights and what we provide on the channel, we've done a video that shows you how to do that. That will appear on your screen now. So you can watch that, to learn how to, create sleeps from what we provide on the channel. Okay, guys. So the first, I'll run through this as fast as I can. All right, guys, and try and look at the options we provided for those sporting events on Mega Parry. Sorry, I'm just trying to load that up so we can concurrently have both of them, properly. I don't want to give wrong information. Okay. So the first sporting event we have is between Spezia and Sampdoria, and you can see on your screen Italian football kicks off on Coppa Italia clash between Spezia and Sampdoria. Yeah, both sides, CRB this season, but their recent history and last season's performance is, suggests, that Spezia is a clear favorite basically. So Spezia, that's talking about Spezia now, had an impressive 2025 campaign, 24-25 campaigning, finishing third in Serie B and narrowly missing out on promotion. Their strong home form continues to be a key asset for them. So they recorded 3 best home records in the league, the third best home record in the league, and have won 4 of their 5 home matches against Sampdoria. So Sampdoria, on the other hand, in contrast, Sampdoria struggled last season and only just avoided relegation to Serie C. Their cup form has been all poor also, with a round of 16 exit in 2024-2025 after a heavy 4-1 defeat to AS Roma. So our prediction here, considering Spezia's superior form, home advantage, and historical records against Sampdoria, a home win seems, the most likely outcome for this Coppa Italia opener. Okay, so we've gone with, the home draw no bet as our pick in this one. We are still playing it safe. Even with all this information, we think Spezia should be able to win today. So if you can take that risk going with the Spezia to win in this one, please do. But if you can't and you want to play it safe, go with the home draw no bet. It is, still safe at 1.47. But Omega Parry, we played Spezia to qualify. That was what we played there. So I've just shared everything we have with you guys. Okay. Moving on, next sporting event we have is between Odense and AGF Aros. And we said OB host AGF, that's the nickname, at Nature Energy Park on Monday evening with proper misses to be an entertaining Superliga clash. Both teams have been inconsistent. They had inconsistent starts, to the season with goals featuring prominently in their open matches. Right, the home side will look to capitalize on home advantage and continue the attacking momentum. The ability to score in early season games suggest they can trouble AGF defensively. So AGF, on the other hand, are still searching for consistency on the road, despite occasionally strong performances. Their defense has been vulnerable, which could make them susceptible to conceding against a motivated OB side. So you guys should read with me, all right? So prediction: with goals expected at both ends, the match is likely to see several scoring opportunities. Backing over 2.5 goals seems the most promising option, with OB also likely to avoid defeat at home. So OB looks like a team that can win or draw in this one. So that's another angle to look at it from. But our pick in this one is to go with an over 2.5 goals at 1.62. That is a value odd for all who are going to play this. But on Mega Parry, what we did is we've gone with uh, for one team to score 3 goals in a row. No, we don't expect one of these teams to score 3 goals at a stretch. We don't see anybody doing that in this, sporting event today. So that's the option we've gone with on, Mega Parry. Next sporting event we have is Vanamo and Dega Force. And the review says, on Monday, Alvascan feature, sees these two lowest ranked sides, Panama and Degerford, go head to head in a crucial battle for survival. Both teams will view this one as a must-win game, so it's a very important game to them to boost their chances of avoiding relegation. Right? So Vanamo, on one hand, has shown greater resilience recently, especially at home, where they have lost just once in their last 6 matches. Their familiarity with Finn Vesvalin and slightly better form gives them, a psychological and tactical edge in this class. So Degerford, on the other hand, by contrast, have struggled to score, finding net only once in their last 7 Alvascan matches. Their 4 game losing streak away from home highlights ongoing defensive and attacking vulnerabilities. So prediction: while a draw remains possible in such a tense fixture, Panama's home form and recent resilience suggest they are more likely to claim the 3 points in this survival battle. Okay, so our pick here is to go with both teams to score. This was basically after I did analysis. I think both of these teams will score. It is an important game for both of them, so there's a very good chance they're going to fight for this one. But then what they are saying is Vanamo has a more edge, and this is what the team went with. The home win is what the team went with. But I think given all of these I've just seen and given the statistics I looked at, I think both teams to score is very, very, very possible at 1.67. This is going to be a battle today. And they do concede a lot, both teams. Vanamo is not a saint either. They concede a lot. Trust me. Degaforce will fight, and I think they can get a goal at least. Even if they're going to lose, but they're going to get a goal in this one. So 1.67. On Mega Parry, what we did was, yeah, we went from both teams to score there. I just wanted to check that correctly. Next sporting event we had is Le Mans and Montpellier. And review says Monday night's clash at Stade Marie sees Le Mans host Montpellier in what could be an entertaining and open encounter. While the season is still in its early stages, both sides have shown offensive quality in preseason, suggesting lively contest. Le Mans have been consistent in attack, scoring in all 6 of their preseason matches. However, their defensive vulnerabilities were also evident, leaving them open to concede goals. Montpellier have been prolific offensively, finding the net in 5 of their 6 preseason games. Yet, like Le Mans, they have struggled to maintain defensive solidity. So, giving both teams a prediction, attacking form and defensive lapses, both teams to score outcomes, looks like the most likely one for this encounter. But then again, to play this one safe, we're going with an over 2 goals to be seen in this one at 1.52. I think it is very valuable. That's why I've gone with this option. I checked it, and over 2 goals looks like the way to go. If both of them are going to score, that makes for 2 goals. So that will give us a refund at that point. But if anybody scores more than that, we get to win in that one. Okay. And if both of them score, if you like both teams to score, you can go with that also. Okay. But this is what we think is the safest way, to go playing that sporting event today across board. Okay. So we've gone with over 2 goals. Next, I'm giving the insight. Next sporting events between Almeria and Albacete, and the La Ligue review. La Ligue says this is a La Liga 2 season opener. Sees Almeria host Albe at Almeria Stadium. I guess you're reading with me. The hosts are targeting promotion, while I will look or likely be satisfied with the playoff finish. You guys should read it too, So that's why I'm showing you the screen, so you can also do your own reading. You can pause and read. The loss of Suarez, last season's top scorer, Suarez not doing them more 24, 27 goals, significantly weakens America's attacking threat. Their preseason form reflects this struggle, with 4 6 games seeing them score no more than one goal. Alberta were limited offensively last year, particularly on the road, averaging just about one goal per away match. And they've also shown tendency for low scoring games. In preseason, you want to provide goals. So, given this report, basically, in a nutshell, under 2.5 goals is the likely outcome for this match according to the team. But then again, what I learned from Nottingham and uh Brentford sporting event was you don't really judge a team by friendly games completely, all right? Especially when it comes to scoring goals. We saw that yesterday 3-1 went for under 3.5. So I'm going to up this a little bit from under 2.5 to under 3.5 because from what I saw, these teams don't really score. And losing a player that scores like Luis Suarez definitely will affect the home team and they wouldn't want to lose. And that's why I've really stuck with under 2.5 goals. But what I saw, they do score goals here. So over 1.5 goals is a possibility. But because of the value of under 3.5 goals and the insight we have there, I'm going under 3.5 goals to be scored here. Okay. Next sporting event we have is Mirasol and Cruzeiro, and Mirasol hosts Cruzeiro in what it promises to be a tightly contested clash on Tuesday night. So the home side are unbeaten, in last 3 home games and have been difficult to break down. The home side, conceding under 1.5 goals in each of their last 5 games at Mirasol. So Cruzeiro arrived unbeaten in their last 9 away fixtures with 8 consecutive clean sheets, highlighting defensive solidity on the road. So, with both teams strongly defensive and recent scoring trend, this match is likely to end in low scoring draw with under 2.5 goals, the safest bet. And I think I agree with that at 1.60 under 2.5 because I did look at the statistics. Cruzeiro is a very stubborn team, and Mirasol seems to be like kind of team that goes with whoever comes and plays your game with you, but try to win at the end of the day. So I think Cruzeiro will have some level of control to keep the game scoring down and the goal scoring down, and just try to see how they can see that one off. Even if they go off with a draw, I think they'll be fine with that, given it what I saw from their side. They just don't want to be beaten at all. And Miracle can also do with a draw because they do, but they don't want to be beaten also, But if they score you, I think anybody that scores here would like to hold on to that, till the end of the day. But Cruzeiro is more comfortable with just going with a 0-0 draw from what I saw. That's why I've chosen to go with that option. Okay. On Mega Parry, what we went with we went with the option of 2 or more goals in a row to be scored by any team. No, so we don't expect any of these teams to score 2 goals in a row. Okay, given by what I just explained now, Omega Parry, and these at 1.75 is quite more valuable than your normal bookie this option. And I don't think they're going to score 2 goals. Any of them is going to score 2 goals in a row. They might score 2 goals, but that will be after one scores and then you apply 1-1 and then 2-1. But I don't think 2 goals in a row will come from any of these teams, especially given the insights and what I looked at. Okay. So next sporting event is between Rostwen and Borussia Dortmund. I'll keep this one short, but Dortmund should be able to win. I think we all know that Dortmund should be able to win, but you can pause this and read the review by yourself. Okay, so Dortmund to win at 1.22 is what we've gone with in that sporting event. Dortmund is the better side. Of course, I don't know what team this is, but they're like a third division team, right? But you can pause that review and read it for yourself. That's why I also made this in this format. Okay, so that being said, next one is the game between Dynamo Dresden and Mainz, and yeah, you can see the review. You can pause it and read if you can see it. I hope you guys can see it. All right, but here's a gentle reminder, guys, to take 1 second of your time at this point, hit that like button. Very important to do that, and subscribe if it's the first time coming across this channel. I mean, and you like the vibe, you like how it's going down here, how we're breaking down these events for you guys. This is something as football prediction, something you're interested in. You want to increase your chances of winning. We're inviting you to hit that subscribe button to become part of this community of what we like to call savvy sports traders that we're building on here. And don't forget to turn notification bells on, everyone. It will help you know when we post something of value on the channel, which we try to do every single day. All right, guys. So that being said, our next sporting event between Dynamo Dresden and Mainz, I believe you probably will be reading that review now. So away draw no bet, is what we're going with at 1.39. I'm going to try and rush this now. Okay, but on Mega Parry, that's regular bookie. But on Mega Parry, what we did is we've gone with Mainz to qualify, right? That's what we decided to go with in that sporting event, and that's at 1.43 for Mainz to qualify. Okay, so we found value there at journal bet and qualification. So on both sides. Okay, so it's up to you to decide. Next sporting events between Udinese and Carrarese. Udinese is a team I know very well. They're very good and playing at home. They're very good. And from the reports I'm seeing, they've had more players. You can read this while I'm talking. They've had more players added to their squad. So that will make them more stronger and have depth. So I think they should be able to do this one today. So a home win is what we're going with at 1.33. All right, guys. I'm just gonna try and wrap this up. This is all new to me, so guys, you have to pardon me. I will find my way around this. On Mega Party, we've also gone with Udinese to win. Yes, that's what we're going with. So next sporting event is Gil Vicente and Porto, and you can pause and read the review. So Gil Vicente hosts Porto in the Premier Liga, aiming to build their solid start while the visitors look to assert their dominance early in the season. So that's basically what that is. So despite Gil Vicente's home confidence, Porto's quality and renewed drive should see them secure victory today. Basically in this one, so Porto to win is what we're going with in this one. Okay, across board, both Mega Party and your regular boogie, Porto to win. Next sporting events between Real Betis and Elche and Real Betis. And Monday's La Liga fixture sees Elche host Real Betis with the home side aiming to make things difficult for their higher profile visitors. So Elche possesses enough quality to trouble Betis, especially on home soil, and will keep be keen to frustrate them basically. So their openings, however, consistency remain an issue for Elche, and they may struggle to keep up across the full 90 minutes. So Real Betis enter this match with stronger squad overall, boasting the attacking and creativity talent needed to break down Elche. Their superior quality and depth, are giving edge as the game progresses. So Elche can cause problems, but with Betis' superior individual quality should ultimately shine through, and a away win is expected outcome. So a away win or draw is what we've gone with there at 1.33. That's across all board, also mega party. And the final sporting event we have is one we ask you guys provide your correct scores about in the comment section between Leeds and Everton. And the report reads that Ellen Road, I will take my time to do this so you guys can get an idea of what to predict here. Ellen Road sees host Ellen Road is set to host a lively encounter as Leeds welcome Everton, with both sides looking to find rhythm early in the campaign. The absence of Barry White weakens Everton's backline, and the host will be eager to capitalize in front of their passionate supporters. So there's a defender missing there. So Leeds come into this clash with a boasted sense of opportunity, given the defensive concerns of their opponents. Backed by their home crowd, they will look to press high and test Everton's reshuffled defense from the outset. Everton Toffees, have undergone changes over the summer, but without Browise anchoring their backline, they could find themselves under pressure with several new signings still needing time to gel, which is normal. Everton may not yet be at their strongest. I think we saw that with Man United and Arsenal today. Arsenal players had new players that were still struggling, a little bit, so they were like scared. Manchester United also had that, but Manchester United were more aggressive because they're at home. So, prediction. This has the makings of a close contest, but Leeds' home advantage and Everton's weakened defense could tip the balance slightly in the host's favor. A narrow win for Leeds looked like the most likely outcome in this one. So, yeah, that's what that report says. But we on this side are going with an under 3.5 goals to be seen in this one at 1.31. We don't think that it'll be that bad for Everton, even if they're going to lose at all. Okay, but because we don't know where this is going to go per se, we've gone with under 3.5 goals to be our pick in that one. So if you given this report that we have there, what do you think the correct score will be? Who do you think is going to win in this one? Leave that in the comment section. Let us know and stand the chance to win that 1 month free premium subscription with us when you get that one correctly. Powered by Mega Party. Okay, guys. So here is the booking code for Mega Party booking code for the options we choose on Mega Party if you wish to enjoy yourself with that. But if you want to use the options that we provided here for your regular bookmaker, you could go ahead to do that. Okay, guys. So that'll be all for now, guys. Till we see you again in the next episode. I mean, yours truly, H to the double O. I don't want to take your time more. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. If you find all of this interesting, you want to be a part of this community of savvy sports traders that we're building on here. And don't forget to turn notification bells on. Also, remember there are factors that can affect the outcome of this event. Factors like VAR, red cards, own goals, penalty kicks, and injury and fitness concerns to keep players just right when these sporting events are going on. Can't tilt this against us because we don't see that here. You can see I'm giving you the reports. We don't see any of this coming, right? So it can't happen as these sporting events are going on. And the reason for saying that is for you to know that you have to gamble responsibly and create winning slips, guys. The more you do that, the more your chances of winning, okay, is increased. I've left a video about how to do that. That should appear on your screen again now. So go and watch that if you don't know how to get that done. And you can come back and go through the insights and carefully select what you want to do. And you can also create your options from what we just provided here. That's the beauty of the show. That being said, information shared here is to help you make better informed decisions. This is in no way financial advice. Please take note of that. Okay, guys? We're not promising you anything, guaranteeing you anything financially. Okay, guys? That is up to you to decide at the end of the day. And of course, the picks you make here are also your responsibility. Okay, but we've just shared the best possible information that will help you increase your chances of winning. So, till we see you again in the next episode, I am yours, Puka. It has been a favor today and always, guys. Peace out. Miss you guys.